Manchester City versus Chelsea, the match preview. However, first we need to talk about Enzo Maresca in his press conference. He talks about the possibility of new signing. He absolutely shuts down the idea of Garnacho coming to the club. He speaks about Joao Felix and Christopher Nkunku's position in the squad, and it's damning. I'm not even going to lie to you. He also talks about the injury news at the club. He says something regarding the midfield that is going to trigger a lot of fans. Romeo Lavia is out for a few weeks. We've got a positive update on Levi Colwill and Enzo Fernandez. It is a jam-packed video. He speaks about the goalkeeping situation and uses a comparison that I think is ludicrous and some would even say stupid. But it's his opinion. We're going to break it down. I'm going to opine on it. So let's get started. Before we get started though, I need you lot to do me a massive favor. You've been smashing it. Views for January are going crazy. So what I need from you is to help me continue that little snowball rolling and getting bigger. Hit that like button so YouTube knows it. 1,000 likes does one. Subscribe. We're like 170 people away from 39,000. Like I said, I want to get to that number before February. So if you can help me out, I'll be truly grateful. Let's get started. Manchester City versus Chelsea, regardless what form Manchester City are in, is always going to be a difficult game. So what do you need? You need good, positive injury news. We've got 3 positives, 1 negative. The 3 positives. Enzo Fernandez and Levi Colwill are both in contention to start tomorrow's game. Positive news from the outset. I don't care how well Chalobah and Toussaint played. Levi Colwill, with his passing, with his composure, with his ability in defense, just takes us to the next level, right? So the fact that they just need to have 1 more training session and they should be in consideration, lovely. Enzo Fernandez, look, I don't need to talk to you about the midfield situation. We all understand we need him. Then Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer has no injury issues. He's a lot better right now. His fitness is getting better. And at this moment in time, he should be in contention for the game against Manchester City. We'll talk about that later on in the video. However, one player that is going to be out, and we have no clarity for how long, Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia, you can literally go and cut another part of my video and put it in here. And literally everything I've say will be perfectly like in sync. He's out for a few weeks. They don't know how long. They don't know the extent of the injury. It is what it is. Genuinely, I've lost the will to actually try to look at it from a positive standpoint. I just feel sorry for Romeo Lavia because he can't do anything to fix it. I feel sorry for us as fans because we keep getting sucked in for the idea of what Romeo Lavia can be. And I feel sorry for Enzo Maresca because he is somebody that he absolutely adores. It's just a frustrating situation altogether. So with Romeo Lavia out, what is the big deal now, right? What are we doing? Are we going to recall any players? Well, that question was asked of Enzo Maresca. Maresca said no. He said, we're not recalling anyone. We have enough in the midfield. And I look at the situation and I ask myself, how? How does he think we have enough in the midfield? He says, we've got Moy, we got Enzo, and we got Keenan Drewsbury. Okay, Moy is a 6. If he goes down, what do we do? Because Enzo and Keenan can't do that role. You literally will have to promote Raksaki to come in. And even then, I don't think he's mobile enough. I don't think he's physically imposing enough to play in the Premier League just yet in a defensive midfielder's role. This isn't a Kazakhstan fixture. Furthermore, Lavia. I would understand if Lavia was fit and we had those 4. Keenan Drewsbury, Enzo for the 8. Lavia, Caicedo for the 6. I would say, you know what, that's perfect. Let Leslie and Santos play their minutes. They're going to develop. What I think is happening here is they don't want to interrupt the development of Santos at Strasbourg because Strasbourg could go and get Europa League football this year. And they don't want to interrupt the development of Leslie because if Leslie plays around about 20 Premier League games, they can resell him and someone will come and acquire his services. And I don't think they have future plans for him. That's my opinion. I don't know what yours is. Let me know in the comments below because this is a very confusing situation. So he was asked about the idea of buying new players, right? They said, look, are Chelsea going to sign anyone? And he said, look, it's an opportunistic window. If the opportunity arises to improve the squad, the directors will be happy to do so. We're always open-minded for any possibilities that can come up in the market. I agree with that, by the way, because if a player that wasn't available becomes available and it would add to the squad, do it. Do it now, especially if you're going to go after the player in the summer. However, he was asked about Garnacho specifically, and his response was amazing. His response was, in my opinion, firing shots at the directors or publicly exposing the directors for how he feels about the situation. He said, I don't need no more wingers. I've got on the right, Pedro and Noni. On the left, Jadon and Misha. And Misha's not there anymore. Now I have Tyreek George. I think he's the right profile to do what he wants. And for me, this makes total sense. Think about it logically. You have Noni and you have Neto. Both of them are going to be competing directly for that spot. Jadon Sancho has already shown he is good enough on that left-hand side. Tyreek George will be happy with whatever minutes he gets, and Neto can cover Sancho. All in all, you have enough wingers. You also have Joao Felix and Nkunku in emergencies who can go onto the wings. Genuinely, we do not need Garnacho. It's 60 million down the drain. Garnacho won't score again, bruv. Genuinely, we can use that narrative on him, the way that Arsenal fans sing it about Kai Havertz. I don't want the signing. I don't think Enzo wants the sign. I think this is one of those stupid opportunistic signings where they're like, oh my God, Garnacho could have been worth 100 million. Our data says he's worth 100 million, but we can get him for 55. So in a year's time, if things go in our way, he's going to become 85, 90 and we can sell him. Oh my God, let's do it. And I don't think this is the right player to do this with. Personally, don't sign him. I don't want you to do business. Genuinely, unless you're recalling a centre midfielder or getting me a striker, don't do nothing. Literally, don't do nothing. This is where Enzo Maresca really frustrates me. Because Enzo Maresca was asked about Cole Palmer. And they were like, oh, is Cole Palmer ready for the next game? And he's like, you know what? Cole played injured the other day. Great effort, done really well. And you know what? Cole got a goal. No, Cole didn't get a goal. Cole played okay. He looked hurt. Genuinely came off and Joao Felix got 15 minutes. And for me, this is what's annoying because they asked him about Joao Felix's future and he grouped Felix and Christo together. He's like, oh, they're both excellent players. They both train well, but they're behind Cole. They're not going to play much. And this is why. And for me, this is annoying because what you're doing there is you're basically saying Cole Palmer, no matter what the performances are, no matter if he's injured, if he's 50% fit, he's going to play. So you two, no matter how good you are, you're not in contention. You're not going to play. And that frustrates me because Joao Felix can do the left wing role. You just need to be a bit more flexible. You don't want it. Okay, you can move Palmer to the right. You can put Nkunku in the 10, who is a good player. You know, I think, we have forgotten how good Nkunku could be. And what we have in our eyes now is the idea of what Nkunku is as a 9. And we're starting to use that in perception of Nkunku to cave the rest of the picture. You know, it's like a virus. It starts here and it's spreading across now. So he's bad in the 9, but now that mindset is spreading to the 10. He's bad in the 10 too. He's not bad in the 10. He's a good 10. He's a player that was in the top 30 of the Ballon d'Or, right? So he must have had some level of talent. And Felix as well. Like, look at his goal returns everywhere he's gone in the leagues, right? Anywhere he consistently starts, or he's a 1 in 2.75. Genuinely, 1 goal in every nearly 3 games, or just under 3 games. That is great for a winger. If we add that to our squad, that's better than Noni, it's better than Neto, it's better than Sancho. I think Nkunku would do the same as well. And it frustrates me because Enzo just looks at it from one perspective. They can only play in Palmer's position. No, they can play in numerous positions. You're just refusing to be flexible. You're being stubborn, and that's not good. This next question, I understand Maresca. I promise you I understand. But it frustrates me. It makes my blood boil because it basically treats us like we're stupid. And I know he has to. I understand that he has to speak like this because he can't reduce Robert Sanchez's confidence to nothing. He said, they asked him, he's under pressure, is he okay? And the thing is, this is a fair question. He said, oh, Robert made a mistake. Moi doesn't do some passes. Noni doesn't cross the ball sometimes on time. Jackson misses. They all make mistakes. We can't be super critical with Sanchez. And for me, I understand what he's trying to say. But my midfielder misplacing a pass is not as detrimental as my goalkeeper not punching the ball and then tapping it for someone to be 2 yards out to tap it in. Noni putting a cross in at the wrong time is not as detrimental as Sanchez passing the ball to someone else at the edge of our box. Jackson missing chances, I get it. All right, I really do. Because that one, when he's going through one-on-one, you can almost line it up more with, yo, he should have scored. And the thing is, your striker and your goalkeepers, the positions, in my opinion, you can't cut costs. They're the most important. You're never going to win nothing great without a great goalkeeper. And you're never going to win nothing consistently, and the key word there is consistently, without a great striker. You need something or somebody to be that main shooter. So like in Liverpool's case, they have Salah, who's a winger, but he's basically a striker for them. He consistently delivers numbers. He's there on the big moments. We have Palmer, but Palmer's not on the Salah level of numbers consistently enough yet. We need more. We need more from Jackson. And I get it. But I don't like the way Enzo Maresca is treating us as stupid, the way he's defending him rigorously. Stop it. You have Jurgensen. Use him. Manchester City versus Chelsea tomorrow is going to be a big game. And it's a game where we need to break it down. We need to look at the little details. And we need to win. A lot of people are saying we'll take a draw. Look, a draw is good. A draw is a good point. Manchester City away. I respect them. Genuinely, I'm not in the business of disrespecting Pep teams ever. However, we need to make a statement. We need to go there and win. Many teams have beaten them. Manchester United have beaten them. Liverpool have beaten them. PSG have beaten them. I think Bournemouth have beaten them. There's just so many teams that have absolutely put them to the sword. We need to go there and get a scalp. We need to make a statement. We win that game. And if other results go in our favour, we could be looking at second. And the narrative changes. Everybody's happy again. For me, it is pivotal that we win that midfield battle. Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer have to win that midfield battle. We need to be combative, we need to be fearless, and we need to be up for the game. Man City are going to have a high line. You play against them the way we played against Palace at home, Brighton at home, and Aston Villa. So sit back a bit, hit them on the break. Get some pace, get some legs in the team. Absolutely bombard them with pace and power. We need to. We do that, we're going to be in a good position. The other thing, we need to respect Haaland, we need to respect Foden, we need to respect Savinho, and we need to respect Kevin De Bruyne, man. Those players can absolutely by themselves win the game for them. They are hurt, they are battered, they are bruised. They've been embarrassed in the Champions League. Pep said that. And Pep basically gave us the blueprint on how to win that game. We need to out-physical them. It is what it is. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. My prediction for the game is, my heart's telling me like we're going to win. My head's telling me we're going to lose. And I don't like that. My head is telling me we're going to lose, and it's because of who Manchester City are. I hope I am wrong, but my heart's telling me we're going to win 2-1 or 3-2. I think it's going to be one of those high-scoring encounters like Spurs was. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to know more of what's happening with the Garnacho situation, think the deal's happening. I explain it over here. Go check it out. Bye.